free. If you want to see an additional 5-minute preview of this next Ultra Vegito episode for free, just sign up to my manga newsletter, mangaletter.com, using the links in the description or pinned comment, and simply enter an active email and your name, and it will be with you instantly after for free. So make sure to check your spam, junk, or other folder if you don't see it. This is a treat for every one of you who cannot afford the Patreon, so enjoy. But now, taking a more controlled and lowered tone, the king would then continue.
Yes, son. You are as I say. You stand at the top of all of us. At the top of the most feared warrior race in all of existence. A race whose power and strength is untapped. Unlimited even. Power that even Frieza fears deep inside. The legend of the Super Saiyan. That is only the beginning of what we are capable of. What you are capable of. I, nor any of the other Saiyans on our planet, have scratched the surface of what we as a people can do. None of us have reached our potential. But you are different. Already at your young age, you surpass even the best of the elites. You are not meant to bow down to the gods, to bow down to Frieza. You will find a way out, my son. You alone will find the true power of the Saiyans within you and become unrivaled to all. Remember your father told you this. Always.
As behind the king, the smirking images of his 2 slave drivers, Emperor Frieza and Lord Beerus, would be seen.
I remember now, father!
As back in the present, Vegeta would begin undergoing an alarming transformation. His eyes suddenly now turning completely red, but not like a demon, but like an Uzaru. As he would bend his torso back, powering up even more. Not only, though, would his hair grow wildly and more uncouth, but on his entire body, reaching up to his chin, a brown fur would grow all over. And finally, though his face would remain clean, his skin tone would begin to darken rapidly, as if burning under the sun as we spoke. And with what is undeniably an Uzaru roar screaming from Vegeta's lungs, one final all-important element of his Saiyan transformation would then take place. As from the backside of Vegeta, something furry would sprout, before unleashing into a fully grown tail, forced out through sheer willpower alone. Finally, Prince Vegeta had returned to his original Saiyan roots.
Is this what you meant, father?
As full of unbridled exhilaration now from his overflowing Saiyan power, Ultra Uzaru Vegeta is born. His grin wider than ever before, with visibly sharp teeth, as the ground and planet beneath him can hardly even maintain itself within his overpowered presence.
Vegeta!
As even the playing dead King Vegeta on the ground with one eye open, would be completely surprised by the transformation he would witness as he would comment,
That form! Vegito never showed me that! Son, what power have you unlocked? No! This creature has to be stopped!
As with the Demon King, fear would now drop all over his face.
I will stop this madness now! You may not lay another hand on my son!
As immediately, as if by instinct, in a fight or flight situation, the Demon King would choose to concentrate all of his energy into a radiant ball of demonic energy.
Father!
What are you doing? Puzzling the young Emperor, who still sees no threat despite Vegeta's change. But ultimately, feeling as if he was only doing his fatherly duties to protect himself and his son, the Demon King would then launch his attack regardless. And as the powerful ball of energy would approach the tailed Saiyan, even as it would become point blank with his face, the primal Vegeta would not budge at all, ultimately resulting in a terrifying explosion of darkness that stops all further aura and energy emanating from Vegeta.
Both! I defeated both of them!
Leaving the Demon King now with what can only be assumed is a false sense of security, having now thought that he dealt with both the Royal Saiyans after his direct hit. And indeed, it would seem that so, as in place of Vegeta, all we would see is just thick smoke rising, without any trace of any survivor. That is, until in an instant, as if a light had been switched on, the piercing red Uzaru eyes of Vegeta would just be seen shining through, unblinking and unfazed.
What? How could he survive that?
Leaving the overconfident king gobsmacked at what he was seeing. But unfortunately, it would only be the beginning of his tumultuous shocks for the day. As suddenly as he would look down, it would seem his whole world would become a blur, as his body in an instant would be shaken to the very core, vibrated at such an intensity as if struck by a sniper. As once we would peer down and get the full view, deep in the solar plexus of the Demon King, Ultra Uzaru Vegeta's fist would be buried, almost as having pierced through his skin, while the Royal Demon could do nothing but just stare down, paralyzed.
Doesn't feel so good when it happens to you, does it, demon?
And if you want more, the next video is already up live on my Patreon right now for over 4,500 plus incredible patrons who are getting early access episodes for life, as well as actively seeing hidden Ultra Vegito content. And if you want that too, head to my Patreon to see the full next video and see just what insane turn of events happens next in yet another very long episode. So join now and talk to me. Links are in the description and pinned comment.